What will Tampa Bay region look like in 20 years? What's Hillsborough County going to look like? What's Pinellas County going to look like? Manatee County, Pasco County. This is already America's third most populous state and second fastest growing. The Tampa region is predicted to grow by another 3 million people in the next 35 years. And that's an 84% increase. And it's about the future, and it's about planning for the future.
We expect a lot from each of you today. We need your leadership, your vision, your energy, and your ability to collaborate and think innovatively.
There are 3 parts to these exercises. Part 1 is to set the guiding principles. These guiding principles will influence the direction of your map scenario developments. Then we move to part 2, where you take this 7-county map and you begin to envision 50 years. Where will 3.2 million people live? You'll use yellow Legos to place where they will live. Where will 1.5 million jobs be located on the maps? You'll use your red Legos. Where will the key transportation corridors be placed? And you'll use ribbons to place those. Part 3 of the 2.5 hours will be to discuss the implications of these future growth scenarios. Your team will identify what are the top bold ideas that came forth and what are their impacts on the Tampa Bay region over the next 50 years.
Reality Check is really sort of placed to our sweet spot at ULI. We are conveners, first and foremost, of diverse stakeholders, and we see that as a central part of our mission to bring together all the perspectives on growth and development issues. And so a tool like Reality Check really serves that purpose really well. And we also are about building consensus. We want to have regions understand where they want growth to occur, what kind of growth that ought to be, where they don't want growth to occur. I think, as Ed McMahon highlighted in the keynote this morning, predictability gives everyone a sense of security.
It's a good experience, first of all, because of the folks that are here. You have political leaders, business leaders, development leaders. Really, I don't think I've ever seen a group assembled of this much leadership in the entire area. It's one thing to talk about the conceptual idea that there's going to be growth. It's another thing to say, okay, this is how much is coming. Where are you going to put it?
Well, what's fascinating to me about Reality Check is that we've been able to assemble a group of citizens that don't normally get a chance to be involved in the planning process. Some of them may have showed up at a public hearing now and then when it was right in their neighborhood, but they've never had a chance to look at the whole region and talk about what's important in terms of the planning exercising for the region.
The key to building consensus is to understand the other person's point of view. And this was a great exercise in understanding the other city and county's point of view. Once you can see what everyone has in mind for their own community, then you can begin to build that consensus in regional plan.
We've been involved with some regional visioning exercises before, but it's never been to this large scale as we've seen here today. We're very excited about having over 300 community and business leaders come together and help us develop where growth patterns should occur in the next 45, 50 years.
This is a phenomenal day because this is all about regional thinking, bringing together what we're going to be doing in this region for the future. So we're very excited.
It's impressive to have been able to bring this much talent and horsepower from the entire region around. So many creative minds that are coming together and exchanging ideas. It's a really healthy environment for the Tampa Bay area.
It was very exciting, but it was very hard too. Very tough exercise. The chance to be here to participate in a regional vision, but boy, it was very, very hard.
I hope what it'll accomplish is that all the stakeholders can get together and sit down and try to work out the issues and the opportunities that we have facing our region over the next 50 years. And I think this is an exercise I think that can really truly get that started.
There's no more important issue than to do long-range planning for a community like we have here in Tampa Bay. We're at almost 3 million people and we'll continue to see growth. It's going to be key to make sure that we have the right type of community that we're all looking forward to in the future.
Well, the professional and stakeholder type of diversity was very interesting, as well as the geographic diversity. I learned about things going on or that could happen in Hernando and Polk and Pasco counties in the northern end of the region, and was able to share some things that they didn't know, those folks, from our Sarasota and Manatee perspective. So that coming together and seeing what the whole region can do is one critical mass. It's a great process.
Well, I think that what you saw today, just listening to their formula, what each table came up with, you're really hearing three major things. Transit is major. It's really topping a lot of the interest, and a regional interest in transit. Preservation of open space was very important. And lastly was mixed use, or to retain the really eclectic charm of our individual cities.
It was very exciting. There was a lot of really good energy in the room. I think when we first started working this morning, everybody had their own agenda, their own county's agenda, their own area of expertise agenda. But very quickly a synergy built as we started realizing how interdependent we were and started looking at issues from a regional perspective. I think that was very valuable, because I intend to live here for the rest of my life, and so it's important to me as an individual, you know, how we continue to grow, but here as an administrator to ensure that we're making the best possible decisions on the behalf of our citizens about the kind of growth we'd like to have, about where we'd like to target that growth, and then how do we connect them, because we in the region are connected through the arts, through our culture, through our business, through our employment opportunities, and how do we best bring all that together.
It's great. This is a phenomenal day.
I actually think it's great. It's refreshing.
It was very exciting.
It was a great day for Tampa Bay. It was a great day for the region.
And to see them make a commitment to what we are coming to call One Bay, our Bay, and to see how that will visualize, how we can visualize that in the next coming months and in the coming years. If you want to learn more about this process and about the people who are going to be involved, the efforts that are going to be made, please visit myonebay.com.